Welcome back. Today we're going to be making an energy sword. Sorry guys, I couldn't resist. Welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to be making an energy sword from Halo, which is one of my favorite video games. So let's begin. Back when Halo 3 was at its prime, my dad helped me make this assault rifle out of MDF. Half-inch and quarter-inch MDF. There's 4 layers just kind of plastered together with some nails in it. And I just used a Dremel to go around the edges and really poorly make this. I'm hoping to do a bit better with this energy sword. Now it may be difficult to see, but I'm going to make this the same way I made the assault rifle, which is basically just use a projector to put an image up on a screen and then adjust it to make it however big I need it to be, draw it out, and then cut it out. I guess while cutting this out would be a good time to tell you that I'm not really sure which Halo this is from, and by that I mean it's not really from a specific Halo game. If I remember correctly, this is it's either the design from Halo Reach or Halo 4 that I printed out, but it's definitely not the right size. I just decided that having it be 3 feet long, or roughly 3 feet, would be about, you know, decent size. Now you'll notice I've only cut out one side of the blade and I have not cut the handle. That is because I'm going to take 2 pieces of wood, tape them together, put the template on the top of the wood, cut it out on the bandsaw, and then boom, I have 2 identical blades. We'll get to the handle later. Now I would love to cut this out on the bandsaw, but unfortunately this is far too heavy for my little bandsaw. And I forgot to get some spray adhesive, so I just traced around this. Hey, maybe I could reuse this template. So now to spend the next hour and a half cutting this out. Alright, well now I have the 2 halves. Now it's time to make the handle. So I don't have a hand that can fit that. That's just going to be really painful to hold. But this is 9 inches wide. The blade on my table saw is already set to 3/8 of an inch, and I have some 3/4 inch scrap. I'm just going to make the handle out of not dowel rods. Here are the 2 pieces for the handle, and when they go together, this should fit right in between. It kind of does. It's going to be pretty snug though. So it'll be something kind of like this. It's actually looking pretty cool. And now I'm going to use the router to knock down the edges on the handle. And now I'm going to use some 80 grit sandpaper on the orbital sander to finish knocking down the edges since I put on the wrong router bit. I am definitely getting my money's worth out of this silver spray paint. Now that I have one of the blades clamped up, I'm going to do the same method, but just to sharpen off the edges. But since there's a lot of that, I'm not going to bore you with it. I'll just show you what it looks like afterwards. Alright, now that I've sanded them, I need to drill the holes in the handle and the blades so that I can attach them together. Now what I'm going to do here with the spray paint is take silver, white, dark blue, and medium blue and just go over it a bunch of times and try to swirl the paint around and just try to give it that plasma look. Alright, now that I have both blades and the handle painted, I need to figure out where the blades need to be so that the handle will be in the right spot. Now I've measured the template that I have, and the distance between the blades should be 1.5 inches. So I cut this board to be 1.5 inches thick so that when I set it in here, bring the blades together. Now over here I can figure out where 9 inches is between the back ends of the blade so that I can put the handle in the right spot. Now that I have the handle glued in, I'm going to take the nailer and shoot a few nails through each side. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Here's the sword. Probably could have cleaned it up a little bit more, but I think this is still pretty cool. So in the words of every elite in the first Halo game, wart, wart, wart.